Hello, everyone. How are you out there today? Welcome to my broadcast on this fine rainy Thursday here in South Florida for us. Um, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Reese Lewis of ReeseLewis.com. I'm a holistic health strategist, and simply put, what that means is I teach you how to eat by design at the core of your being. As humans, we are not designed to eat any and everything, and I teach you what that means, how to source and find high quality foods regardless of what diet you're on, and I do it from a biblical perspective that's backed by science and tradition. So welcome. Thank you all for joining. Hey, babe, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in to watch me. I'm always happy when you tune in to watch. Now, let's get right into it. Today, as the topic, as the title suggests, we are going to talk about cookware. Now, this one thing can definitely sabotage all of your healthy eating goals. It can sabotage all of your high quality eating goals simply because it's just out there, and I don't think it's talked about enough, but it's toxic cookware and what you should cook with and what you should definitely stay away from. Now, I don't want to get too much into the science jargon because at the heart of it, it doesn't really matter if you know what the names of some of these science terms and these chemicals and the way that companies are set up to make money and profit. They'll find a way to change a name and call it something else anyway. So rather than keeping up with the names of what is toxic and trying to break down what this, what science jargon means, I chose to focus on what you should be cooking with. Now, the main things that you should be cooking with mainly come from natural resources from the earth. And that is cast iron, which is one of my absolute favorites. I'm going to show you my cast iron, ceramic, copper, real copper, which is pretty pricey. I'm saving up for a copper set. Hope to get a copper set really soon. And what did I say? I said copper, cast iron, ceramic, and stoneware. Stoneware, that's not very common, but that's something to consider as well. Now, what I want to show you is what you should not cook with. And mainly that's stainless steel, stainless steel that's below grade 304. You want to cook with a stainless steel that's a grade 305 or higher. And if you want me to get even more into the details of how to look for a good quality stainless steel or what to look for, just let me know in the comments, and I'll follow up on another video. Now I'm going to show you a typical baking sheet. I think this was left behind in this condo that we moved in, but I want to show you what not to cook with and why, and how to, go in your kitchen right now and be able to tell if what you have, if you should consider throwing away or keeping it. Now, if you look super close to this pan, you would literally see it, you'll see it peeling. This is not food. This is the pan peeling with whatever coating they made this pan with, which I have no idea what it is. All I know is that when I cook, or if I were to cook with this pan, whatever's peeling off is going to get into my food. That could be aluminum for all I know, and that's definitely not a risk I want to take because I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm cooking with, and this more times than not, it's very toxic. You don't want to cook with something that is changing, and you can actually see different layers in it. And let me just show that to you one more time. So you see it? You see all that peeling right there? Just all over this pan. And even if you you cut on it, which you shouldn't do with your pans anyway, but if you cut on it and you get like these little cut marks, that's an indication of no, that might not be a good pan. And when you get these little cut marks, you can see other layers. If it's a layer upon a layer of something, that company is hiding something, It's super toxic. You definitely, yeah, babe. Wow. You didn't even know that, huh? You definitely want to stay away from it. Now, this is my ceramic bread pan, which I haven't used in a while, but this is an example of ceramic. Your grandma most likely has some ceramic sets, or my favorite, a good cast iron set. I just seasoned this one. It was starting to rust a little bit, but this is a nice cast iron pan that came with a set. This is what a cast iron looks like. It's super heavy. When you cook with this, you're literally it literally deposits iron in your food. So if you have iron issues, meaning you want to watch your iron intake, or you're having too much iron, then you may want to, you know, be a little careful with the cast iron. But for the average person, for the most part, cast iron is good. Now I'm going to show you a cast iron dupe that I knew was a dupe, but I was just like, look how cute this is, y'all. If you're a mom that likes to cook like me, then these things excite you. I saw this and I looked at it and I was like, oh man, that's a good price. And I knew because of the price was so good that it was most likely too good to be true. Turns out it was too good to be true. This was advertised as a cast iron, and it's definitely not cast iron. And let me show you, or it's not pure cast iron. Like, I don't even know where the cast iron part would be in this. But let me show you how I was able to tell, because look, here on the edges, you'll see that coating, whatever it is. Cast iron doesn't do that. Cast iron doesn't peel. That's like some type of paint or something. And then if you look really close on the inside, you'll see it bubbling. Cast iron does not bubble. So be careful that you are not duped by those products that are labeled cast iron. Cast iron is usually super thick and it has some weight to it. It's heavy. Like this, when I picked this up, you know, by the sheer size, like I knew. Like I just knew it. I knew it was a fake, but I was just like, man, look at it. It's so pretty and it's so big and it's red. So I got it anyway. So I'm being really, really, really careful with this one. The minute I see it peeling on the inside, then we are not going to be using this anymore. Probably, I don't know, plant some flowers or something in there, but this was definitely a dupe. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Share it with a loved one, and don't forget to check out my website, reeselewis.com. Subscribe so that you can get on the list for open enrollment of my next food clarity course. I will definitely be going deeper into cookware and cooking utensils and eating utensils and just everything in general that can set you up for success when it comes to eating what you're supposed to eat and not sabotaging your effort on every front. I've done all the work for you. Thank you all so much for listening. I will see you all next time. Bye.